Hey everyone, it's Shayb and welcome to the live update of Crypto Affairs. It's 31st of August, almost 9 a.m. in the morning, and here we are. As you all know, I've been sick and I couldn't come up, just to give you the live updates, but here we are. And I don't know why YouTube is keep deleting my stuff whenever I'm live. I don't know what kind of algorithm they are working on. So anyways, let's get started here. I'm just gonna give you the insight, the complete market analysis of Forex, cryptocurrency, and the stocks. All right, so yeah, let's get started. If you remember in my last update a couple of days ago, we were inclining on the fact that BTC is pretty much going sideways and it may come back down here, which you can see the wicks down here on the order block, and then the area of interest was at 0.5 level, which is at 27,299 or 27,300 almost. Well, it got just tapped a day before yesterday on 29th of August, late in the evening, and it smashed through as much as even $28,170, and then it came back down. So our range is pretty clear. Our range is pretty much completed here at the moment, and we all know we were pretty much anticipating the fact that it will gonna come back to this level because MMs are longing and MMs are pretty much building up their longs in this region. All right, so the reason behind that was, apart from the Evergrande winning this their case against the SEC, the main reason was the USDT dominance. uh, we marked our retesting zone at 8.29. It got rejected, went sideways, and then it has to come down at the levels of this 0.5. all right, it just the HTF top to bottom stretch, the Fibonacci. And if you look at the 1 hour chart, we are forming a rising wedge in USDT dominance, which may trigger with the fact that it may come back to this resistance level, and then it went it has to come back down to the 0.5 level, which may shoot up again in terms of the BTC. So there's no liquidity. Even if we look at this data, there's no liquidity here that we can mark like, okay, there's a liquidity here, there's a liquidity there. Well, it's not like something out there. So retailers are still out of the market. Market makers already pumped the market, and now there's no orders piling up anywhere. So the closest thing we can see is, if you look at the data, if you mark from this high to this low, all right, I'm gonna go just the LTF perspective here. Well, I'm kind of leaning on the fact uh, tapping this 0.5 level at 27,600, but the closest is tough because it can be a bait. All right, the closest stuff we can see is at 27,400 levels, uh, right about here. All right, so I'm kind of leaning on this level that we may go up and then get rejected and then went up, whatever the situation will be. Well, this is how I'm looking at it. The news is going to be coming out later tonight. The personal spending, the personal income, and the core PCE is coming, and as well as this is the end of the month of August. A lot of people are finding the confusing monthly candle, and they are pretty much speculating where should we lean, whether we are bullish or bearish. Well, we're going to talk about the HTF perspective later, but we all know and we can all agree over the fact that we may see some scam pumps today, and this scam pump is aligning with the dominance, the USDT dominance going down, and BTC touching these levels of 27,400. Well, everything is pretty much aligned, so you shouldn't be surprised if anything happens like that. All right, so as we should know, even if you mark uh, the fair value gap, so a lot of people been doing this like that. Well, I'm slightly disagreeing over the fact that instead of marking the imbalance like this, because I'm seeing a lot of people are marking this imbalance after this impulsive move, I think we should go by this level. All right, the low of this candle at 27,109, and we should also go back and see where the liquidity is lying at, or else it's already taken. So I believe there's no liquidity at this zone, so we should be only focusing on the imbalance at this point. All right, so I'm not gonna mark it, I'm just gonna give you the stuff that how you should mark it. Instead of going the entire candle here, you should also see the backward data, what just happened there. All right, so I'm gonna come back to the cryptocurrency again, buy some altcoins, but let's go ahead with the forex here. The gold has been really interesting. If you look at the 3 hourly chart, we were pretty bullish after this BOS right about here at 1904. It breached through it, came back, retested it, and then it's keep making the higher highs and higher lows. So our narrative still stands that gold is bullish in the higher time frame, but it's in for the correction. If you look at the 15-minute or the LTF data, I'm just going to open the session breaks. I'm going to go dive into the details. These are our Monday highs and lows. I already marked this analysis, but I'm going to go ahead with the lines first. Our Monday highs is at 1926 and our Monday lows are in 1912. On the Tuesday, we were pretty much chopping around and then went down towards the Monday low, didn't tap it, and then went right through it. And now the Monday highs and Monday lows are still kept untapped apart from this candle. So there's a liquidity here at 1925, and as like in terms of the price action, I'm just gonna remove it. I'm gonna show you some other confluences which I already mark and share in the mentoring launch here. By the way, if you're not there, you're missing out a lot of stuff on the daily chart and on the daily analysis based on the forex and cryptocurrency itself. So here we are. I'm gonna hide it because this was the point of interest on the LTF, so I'm just gonna hide it. I just mark it for myself. All right, so if you look at the area of interest here, why I marked it, I kept this high at this low. The other one, the Monday low, is still untapped. The HTF POI in terms of this retesting, all right, this is still valid, and the Friday low plus liquidity is still lying at the 1903. So gold is pretty much moving towards the resistance here, but we may see some chop around until the news come out later tonight in the evening at around 5:30. So we may see the chop, and then hopefully we're gonna be coming back down to this area of interest sooner in this rest of the week. So that's what's happening here, and I believe they already created this contraction box here, and then they shifted the entire zone, but this can't be said on this level, on the levels of 1922. So it was a pretty chop here, coming back down here. They left the liquidity untapped here, so I believe they were pretty much trapping the shorts, right? So they shifted the zone right from here to this zone, coming back down, leaving them still sitting on the edge, and then shifted the zone again, and then shifted the zone again. So the closest liquidity is at the 0.5, which is at 1936. Hopefully it will be tapped, and I believe they are making a harmonic here, and it may go something like this. So we're gonna see later in the evening how the market will be unfold. All right, moving towards the EURUSD, the same situation is here. They already made the harmonic and retested it. All right, retested it right around here, but if you look at the 3 hourly chart here, we are still in the PA is not clean here, right? If you look at it, I don't think the PA is clean as much as the gold is. We had our BOS right around here, all right, or you can mark it right around here if you're considering this wick at 1.08411. Then we went up and didn't came back to retested it. So this point is still, the liquidity is still lying here, all right. So I believe it should be coming back down again, and then we may see chop for some couple of days and then move up. So that's what's happening in the EURUSD. All right, so let's move towards the stocks here. NAS 100, amazing setup, to be honest. I traded the hell out of it. The same situation, we were making the lower lows and lower highs, then we went up towards this retesting zone. The liquidity was lying here, came back down again, and then went up, and now it's been hovering in this region, grabbing all this liquidity. So I believe the monthly candles are still in chop. The investors are still sitting on the fence, where uh, they are judging the market. Even if you look at the Dow Jones here, you can see the monthly candle right here. So we had our move, and now the monthly candle is closing in red, but the buying pressure is still there. So this is what's pretty confusing for them. So I believe the resistance is still lying at around 35,800. We may tap it into the coming month in September, and then coming back down to these levels, filling all those uh, inadequacies in the PA. I believe right at around here at 31,727. So this will be my range for the rest of the year in terms of the Dow Jones, and same goes with the US 30. This stuff is happening. You all know that we had our BOS coming back down, retested the previous resistance, and then we literally went to the ground. Talking about the BOS and rejection from the top, let's not forget about the USD and JPY. We were making some nasty three tap setup right at around here at current resistance. We swapped the liquidity, grabbed some stop losses, and then came back down to the equal lows, and then we were pretty much moving sideways. So LP is still on tap and 143. Let's see how the dollar will react, and hopefully once it does, well, it's gonna be coming back down to this liquidity profile, tapping all those inadequacies in the PS. So that's what's happening here, and pretty much clear stuff. Let's wait for like 5:30 in the evening, and we'll see how the situation will turn out. I'm not like feeling well since like 2 days, because the thanks to the ongoing viral, I couldn't come live, so apologies for that. But I'm still here. I'm gonna be guiding you, whether you are on Telegram, on my Twitter, or Discord. Well, these are the links already shared in the chat. You may join it, and like I always say, don't let the market surprise you. I'll be around to give you the insight what's gonna happen, and till then, don't worry about that. Let's see how the market will unfold, and we're gonna see how the situation will be after the news, and that's all about it. So trade safe, always eye on your risk management, and don't let the market surprise you. Allah Hafiz.